It's Friday, January 30th, 2026, and we've got a ton of weather to talk about. I'm back with uploading videos, and it's been a minute since I took a break, but it has been about 10 days, and we're back in business making videos. We're going to be making one every 2 days, talking about this upcoming storm. This could be impacting all of the East Coast, up from very East Alabama, all the way up the East Coast. It is going to get crazy out here, so we'll go ahead and dive into that. We are going to start with our temperatures on the 6 to 10 day outlook. Now, we have to consider that this is going to change a little bit, but we do have a below average temperatures for most of the United States. We have a lot of below average temperatures for the East Coast. But on the West Coast, we don't really have anything, but it is going to be warm over here. Is going to be cold in the east. Now, we are going to have a severe Arctic blast come through on tonight, actually. So everybody on the East Coast is going to get super cold. Everybody on the West Coast is going to be more above average, but it is going to get so cold out here. We could be seeing 20s in Florida, 30s in Florida's, and we have all teens on the East Coast and single digits and possibly negative temperatures. What the feel like it is going to get a lot. There's going to be a lot of cold. It is going to feel very cold out here. So we might enjoy this, as some of us might get some snow, but most of us aren't going to enjoy the cold because we won't get as much snow as we really want to, especially in like Georgia and stuff. But we are going to see some snow. We have some hope in this system, as it is going to be very cold. Unlike the last system, it was not that cold, so we didn't have that much hope into seeing a lot of snow in the southern states. But we did see a lot of ice, and that was significant. We have a lot of people without power right now, and this cold temperatures are not going to help at all. So we'll go ahead and dive into the timing of these storms right now. I don't know why I said storms. The system coming through. Let's go ahead and tap in. Let me go ahead and get my drawings out, and we are focusing on this area right in here. So let me just go ahead and click play on this, and as this loads, we are going to see the storm system come through. This is basically going to be a bomb cyclone, because this low pressure system is going to drop 24 millibars in 24 hours. It is going to be a significant storm. It is, if it was in the summer, it would basically be a category 2 hurricane. Since this is meeting up with very cold air, it is going to be turned into snow. Here we are looking at this come through, this low pressure system. By tonight, it is going to be dropping snow in South Carolina and North Carolina. This is the main area that we need to watch for, as I circled out. But I do have some hope into seeing some flurries out here in West Georgia and in this area right here where I just circled, West Georgia, a little bit of Atlanta, which that's basically the middle of Georgia. This is where we could see a couple sprinkles of snow and stuff, maybe a layer of snow if you are lucky. But this storm system, as it comes through, it will drop a ton of snow. I think this right here will be the main area of snow. And also, I kind of do want to redo that. This will be the main area. Basically, all of North Carolina, a lot of South Carolina, but mainly the mountains are going to get up to a foot of snow. I can't show the totals, not yet into the video, but actually I can show the totals. We'll get into that in the later of the video. Let's go ahead and do play on this, and we are going to see heavy snow out here. I do point out that we do have a little bit of snow in Rome, Georgia, Cedartown. We do have some snowflakes flying on the west side of Georgia. So keep in mind, you do have some hope here, but this will come through and bring very heavy snow. And we do have some more sprinkles on the west side of Georgia. We also have a lot of heavy snow on the east side of Georgia, which east side of Georgia usually doesn't see snow at all. But last week they did see a crazy ice storm, and they did get a little bit of snow. But this is going to bring a ton of heavy precipitation with snow. Let's go ahead zoom this out out real quick and look at our northeast, because that's where it's going to head next. And I do want to delete my drawing real quick. So this is going to clearly be a crazy storm, and then we'll just go ahead and play this forward. This is the GFS. It is kind of staying offshore, but North Carolina is going to get a ton of snow. It is kind of staying offshore as it moves into the northeast, but I'll look at it right off, and then we might get a second system come through. This would be about the 5th of February. So keep in mind, we might have a third chance actually of another system come through, but we'll just have to see and if this comes through, and then we will have some more like shots of cold air come through into February, and then we might get another big system come through. But we are barely just focusing on this one system for tonight. Into tomorrow, we are going to have significant snow, so let's go ahead and get into the totals. Before we get into the totals, though, I do want to show y'all the 12Z run of the GFS. The last one I just showed y'all was the 6Z, so let's go ahead and click play on this. On the model run, this is going to take us through kind of a different situation, but we are still going to see the same system come through. We might get a little bit of different totals, or heavy snow in different areas, so we'll just have to see what happens and where this is coming through on the 12Z. But the 6Z, it was very significant, and that's what I think might happen. But look here, we have the low pressure system offshore. We do have that snow kind of move to the west a little bit. I mean, that might happen. We get more snowflakes and stuff, and maybe a coating. I'm not sure about an inch of snow, but maybe a tenth of an inch, so maybe a coating on the ground. We do get some heavy snow on East Georgia and North Carolina and South Carolina. That's the main areas. Let's go ahead and zoom this out real quick to the northeast. It's kind of looking the same, but we will have a lot of heavy snow come through the east coast for sure. This might trend a little bit to the east, so like it will kind of be like pushing up against on the United States. That might bring for more significant totals in the northeast, so we'll just have to see what pans out and like what happens. So we will post on this tomorrow, but I know it is happening tonight, so we'll just see what happens and stuff. Alright, this is our totals for the amount of snow that we could possibly see. This is about a moderate. This is a major threat of seeing up to a lot of snow in these areas. This is a major threat for a ton of snow. And this is a big area where we could see a lot of snow in here. This is a widespread area from North Carolina, basically the Outer Banks, all the way down into a little bit of East Georgia. Notice how we could see some minor impacts into Atlanta, Georgia, and the winter storm area, or like winter storm, a little bit of a winter storm impact into West Georgia and a little bit of eastern Alabama. I don't think much snow. I mean, there is a chance if this storm gets very strong to the point where we might see up to 2 inches, but I'm really just forecasting maybe a half an inch on the west side of the west side of Georgia. I think the east side could see up to 3 to 5 inches possibly. Don't get me wrong, they could see totals higher or lower. And then I think North Carolina could see up to 12 inches. And South Carolina, I feel like they could see up to 8. But this is for right now. We don't have much extreme impacts. I don't think there is actually an extreme impact anywhere, but we do have major, so this might be upgraded tonight. Let's go ahead and look at the total amount of snow. This is for 4 inches on our day 2 outlook, so this is basically tonight and tomorrow. Notice on our day 1, this is for today, we only have a moderate chance of seeing up to 4 inches. Day 2, we have a high risk of 4 inches of snow. This is a widespread area where you could see from the Outer Banks into South Carolina for a ton of snow. This is a high risk for 4 inches. It is going to a little bit of Atlanta, but I don't think they will see much snow, as this is only a slight risk for 4 inches. So I mean, if we could go lower, this is as low as it can go to 4 inches. But we'll go ahead and look at the higher totals. This is for 8 inches of snow. Here we have a moderate threat, and this is kind of widespread. So I think we might actually get 8 inches, but this is a moderate threat. I think as we go into tonight, that we might get a high impact somewhere into the Outer Banks if it's the storm system gets even stronger. And then we can look at a slight risk for up to 12 inches. That would be a foot. So 12 inches. It's really iffy of when or where we are going to see it. I do think that maybe the mountains could, but this is a really iffy situation of where the 12 inches could arrive or where it could not. It could happen or it could not. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not, make sure to smash that subscribe button and like this video if you did like it. And I will see you in 2 days when we are posting again. So, goodbye.